Last episode, we spent the night at the incredible Koonalda Homestead, one of the most memorable spots of our Nullarbor trip so far.
Yeah, the ruins were absolutely fascinating and the whole place had that eerie Outback remote charm to it. But the Koonalda Cave, not quite as exciting.
Oh well, that's enough.
I'm going back to the van.
Alright. But this week, the adventure continues as we head toward one of the most epic stretches of coastline in Australia, the Bunda Cliffs.
We were planning to stop and stay at the well-known 52k peg rest area, but we found out that things there have changed.
Camping is no longer allowed there. The signs saying no entry have been removed by people, but Nullarbor Roadhouse confirmed it's now off limits, partly because of the wilderness protection area and partly due to the danger from undercut and unstable cliffs.
Still, it gave us an awesome excuse to send the drone up and soak in that wild, raw beauty from above.
From there, we battle the wind at a scenic lookout, finally cross into Western Australia and roll into Eucla, just in time for the worst weather of the trip so far.
The free camp at Eucla Telegraph Station was absolutely wild, but not for the peaceful Outback kind of way.
After that, we check out the Madura Caves.
Oh, yuck, cave spider.
Tackle the famous 90-mile straight and then head further west to find a free camp for the night.
The next day, we make our way into Balladonia, and there's a roadhouse with plenty of history and a few surprises.
It's a huge episode, so let's get into it.
Well, we pulled up after a little bit of a drive, not very far at all, and this is actually one of those spots that I was hoping to pull up and camp at. It is one of the cliff top camps, but it is just beyond a joke windy out here, so there's just no point, like absolutely no point in staying up here. It won't be a comfortable night and we'll just be sitting inside the van doing absolutely nothing. So, my opinion, that defeats the purpose of doing it. Plus, look, let's be honest, I don't think Jess was too keen on staying here anyway.
Nope.
Even in good conditions, I don't think she wanted to. So that's all right. So what we're going to do, we will actually be crossing the border today. So we will be going through Border Village, which means there is the quarantine station there. And we don't have very much fruit and veg left at all. But what we do have left, we're just going to quickly prep up. So Jess is just going to kind of have a bit of a chat about what you do, what you can take, what you can't take, that sort of thing. But yeah, so here she is.
All right, so I don't know exactly what you can and can't take. I only know what we can't take because we've only got 2 onions, a potato, a little bit of lettuce, some cabbage and a carrot, which realistically we'll have the carrot and the cabbage for lunch and the lettuce for lunch and a potato for lunch. That just leaves the 2 onions. Now, we did some research and worked out that we can actually take onions into WA as long as they are peeled, pretty much. So, yeah, that's...
Were they peeled and frozen, or was it just peeled?
No, just peeled.
Just peeled.
They only have to be peeled.
Yeah. With carrots, if we weren't going to take the carrot through, they just have to be free of dirt and no green foliage and frozen. Not frozen?
They can be fresh, yeah.
And potato has to be peeled.
Yes.
So potato has to be peeled
and
frozen,
I think.
Sweet potato, though, doesn't have to be peeled. Pineapple is fine. Watermelon is okay so long as you peel it and dice it. Pumpkin is fine so long as you peel it and take the seeds out. Nuts and seeds are fine. It's really not that difficult to make sure that you know what you're doing. Just jump on the web, have a look, do some research. We've kind of timed it really quite well, hey Jess?
We have.
Like, we're running out of all the fresh stuff pretty much as we're getting to the border. So we've done that well. Yeah. It's just worked as a coincidence. We didn't plan it well.
No, we just...
But, seeing as the next place that we would top up fruit and veg and stuff is like still quite a few hundred Ks away, what have we got for the next little bit instead?
So we got some frozen veggies, essentially. We don't normally carry frozen veggies because we use our freezer for meat, but we just
and to be honest, I'm not really a huge fan of frozen veggies, but we will use those for the next week or so.
Yeah.
We've got more than just that one packet.
We also have some frozen fruit, and these are actually, thanks to my mum, for dehydrating and making like fruit roll-ups. So they're peach and nectarine, I'm pretty sure. Or only peach, I'm not sure. But yeah, so she dries them and makes them into fruit roll-ups.
Yeah. So that's one of those ones though that we're going to be a little bit curious about when we do get to the border. So we are going to declare that we have them, because dehydrated fruit, if it's done commercially, is allowed to cross into WA, but it does come up to the discretion of the person that you're chatting to at the border as to whether or not you can take through personally dehydrated stuff. If it meets their standards and their acceptability, then it can go through. So we'll see, but we did chuck it in the freezer just as an extra precaution. So, but yeah, so Jess is going to get those onions organised, chop up the potatoes, salad, make a coleslaw and that sort of thing. I think we've just got some sausages for lunch.
Yeah.
And then we will make a move and we will be crossing into the border very soon.
Yes.
Exciting.
And losing 2.5 hours.
No, we'll be gaining 2.5 hours. It'll be going backwards 2.5 hours.
Hours, yeah. Sorry, that was weird. Gaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you in WA.
Woo!
We really wish we could have stayed at the 52k peg rest area. It is an incredible spot perched right on the edge of the Bunda Cliffs. But when we arrived, the wind was howling and the cliffs felt dangerously exposed. You can see just how undercut they are, and it's no surprise that the area is now part of the Nullarbor Wilderness Protection Zone, with camping no longer allowed. It's sad to see places like these close, but with the erosion and all the risks, it does make sense.
Well, this is the last lookout stop on the Nullarbor Trail before you hit the WA border, and
It's just started raining.
it's raining. So it's 36 degrees and rain at the moment, but we're still going to have a look at this lookout, see what it's all about, and then get on the road again. But yeah, typical that it starts raining. How you doing?
Alright. Oh my god!
Oh,
My feet are atrociously dirty.
how do you feel? Just a bit of...
and wet. Now we can show the rain on the windscreen because you can actually see it.
Yeah, I needed a shower, so that's good.
Yeah.
Didn't need that run though, I'm knackered.
You were the one that suggested running.
Out of the rain, yeah.
After a short 15-kilometre drive, the rain finally cleared, and we caught our first glimpse of the SA-WA border. We had a quick look around Border Village, and when we saw diesel priced at $2.77 a litre, we decided to hold off. We knew Eucla was just 12 kilometres down the road, and fuel there was going for $2.39, so we jumped in line for the quarantine check and made our way across the border.
Well, there you go. We are officially in Western Australia now.
We are. Just.
The border is quite literally right smack bang there, and I tell you what, it is a fantastic feeling being into WA. We've still got over 700 k's to go to finish off the Nullarbor crossing into Norseman, but so far it has been an absolutely incredible time, and we've still got so much more to see and do. But yeah, I'm ecstatic.
We've only been on the Nullarbor for 7 or 8 days now. You stink.
Oh, not as bad as you. That rain that we had just before was fantastic. Gave us both a bit of a freshen up.
Yeah, it definitely made the streaks on my feet definitely a lot worse.
Oh, I'm not showing you those filthy things. Anyway, we're going to push on a little bit further, only probably 10 or 15 k's down to Eucla, get some fuel and all that sort of thing, and just have a bit of a plan of attack from there and see where we end up.
Let's do it.
But yeah, loving it, loving it.
We popped into Eucla to top up on diesel, much cheaper than at Border Village, and had a quick look around before heading down the hill out the back of town to our free camp for the night. Although the weather looked clear when we rocked up, it certainly wasn't going to stay that way.
All right, well here we, oh, that was a good bit of lightning. All right, well here we are at the Eucla Old Telegraph Station free camp, which is a really, really cool free camp, just kind of tucked down into a, you know, sort of around some sand dunes and that sort of stuff. We've already been for a look around the old Telegraph Station, which is pretty cool. Just a shame that people decide it's necessary to put all that graffiti over it and destroy it that way. So that is a bit of a shame, but the rest of it looks pretty cool. Jess is getting some dinner organised, and I'll tell you what, this time difference is actually messing with us already. Like, it's only 4:45 here. Feels so much later, and I'm absolutely starving. So Jess has got some pork schnitzels on the go, going in the Weber. Don't know how we're going to go with that though, because there is a massive storm pretty much forming all around us, a bit of thunder, a bit of lightning and that sort of thing. So should make for a very, very interesting night tonight. But otherwise, yeah, have a feed, watch this storm roll through, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
So about half an hour ago, both Alan and I got a Willy weather update to say damaging winds.
And
rain.
And lightning and thunder.
Etc, etc. And it has only just started picking up now. The winds come up, and then we decided to stop our pork cooking in the Weber. So we've currently, life update is, it's pouring outside.
It is. It's bloody bucketing down now. I mean, I joked earlier about wanting to have a little bit of rain come down just so that we can wash the car under there, and we're safe to say everything is getting a thorough wash at the moment. But yeah, a few big gusts of wind as well. I think they're topping 60k an hour at the moment, last I checked. So,
oh really? There you go.
Bit of fun.
Yeah.
As for the dinner, it's...
Sitting on the stovetop.
Yeah, that's how far cooked they got in the Weber. And this place is just an absolute mess at the moment.
Look at the footprints from us.
Yeah.
If you can see those.
I don't know if you can really tell from this camera, but the place is a mess.
Yeah. We did have Starlink in the sink as well at one stage.
Yeah, I didn't want...
Oh, there it is.
Didn't want to leave Starlink sitting outside because it was just getting belted. I know it's waterproof, but it was getting belted, so...
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll see how tonight goes. See how we can go for dinner. I don't know how we're going to do that now, but...
In the stove. On the stove.
Right.
It'll just have to be in a fry pan.
Done. Easy. Good morning.
Morning.
Well, I don't think either of us had too much sleep last night. She was pretty wild down there. Just a whole lot of wind and rain and all that sort of thing. But that's all right. We made it through the night. Nothing's damaged or anything. So we are back up and about. Obviously, we've just come up out of the campground, and we just wanted to quickly touch on fuel, or diesel more so.
Yeah.
Biggest rule that I can, well, not biggest rule, biggest bit of advice that I could say, if you've got a big enough tank to be able to get from Nullarbor or Yellata all the way through to Eucla, you are going to be so much better off price-wise and all that sort of thing. It means that you might have to, obviously, if you can, tuck in behind a truck or somebody else's caravan and slipstream for a little while, bring down your fuel usage, or do what we did. If it is a chronic headwind and you've got the time, take the day off the road. Don't bother trying to punch into the headwind if you don't have to. Obviously, not everybody's got that liberty. Some people are on a time crunch. So in that case, you are going to burn through more diesel on a headwind, obviously.
It also depends on how many offshoots you want to see as well, off-road.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were a bit too close for my liking.
We were pushing it. We pulled into Eucla with 50k range left on the tank. So we were pushing it to get here. But I did the calculations on all the offshoots that we were going to go and see. And I did calculate that we were going to have enough. But it did also mean, again, that...
I was anxious as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one way to put it. But anyways, like I said, top up at Nullarbor or Yellata. if you can then make it all the way through to Eucla, you're going to be much, much better off. But again, don't push it just for the sake of the dollar. You know, it's about miles per mile, it's not litres per kilometre and stuff like that. So enjoy the trip and take your time. But yeah. All right, now we're going to continue off today. Try and hopefully find a truck to sit behind and slipstream because we've got a little bit of a... It's still windy, like from last night. It's still very windy today. So we're going to try and find something to sit behind today and save a few dollars.
Hopefully.
But we're only probably going to go another couple hundred Ks, I think. We've got a few little bits and pieces to see. So as always, we'll take you guys along and show you what's what.
Yeah, we will.
All right, let's do it.
Hurry up. Buckle up. I may not like to write up an itinerary, but I do like snacks. So I'll always have some form of snacks on the go. Alan doesn't mind them either, but...
You got absolutely no proof. I have no snacks on me. Can I have a snack, please?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
He always says, no, I'm not hungry. But as soon as I bring those snacks out, he's like, oh, can I have one?
Again, you've got absolutely no proof. I have no snacks.
There's no signposted turnoff, but if you know where to look, a dirt track just before the Madura Roadhouse leads about 10 k's off the highway to this quiet cave. Easy to miss, but well worth the detour. We've just arrived at Madura Caves, haven't we?
We have. 10k drive out, nothing too strenuous or anything like that, just a bit corrugated and potholes and whatnot, but nothing bad. And honestly, from the top at the moment, this one doesn't really look anything special, but we've been told you can get into this one and then have torches and look around at the bottom, so
We'll see.
it's about the best we know of it.
Don't fall in.
But that's not the cave.
Well, it is.
It's part of the cave. The cave is over here. This one kind of goes in a bit.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, plenty of dead animals.
Oh, yeah, we were warned about that.
Yeah, like lots of them.
Yeah. Whoa, that's cool.
Which bit?
All the way back.
That's probably the hole that we're standing above.
Possibly.
It's nice and cool in here.
It is. That march fly's still bugging you though.
It is. It won't leave it though.
Oh, yuck, cave spider.
Oh,
I can't.
no.
There he is.
Oh, yeah. Just looks like a little huntsman or something.
Yuck. That's gross.
Give him a poke.
No, don't push him near me.
There's a little baby one down there too. After spotting a cave spider in the first of the two caves, Jess decided that it was her cue to head back out and check out the second cave. Although, we weren't even sure if we were going to be able to get into it.
Going in?
Oh, yeah. Get rid of that march fly. Yeah, no, it's worth going in. It's actually pretty cool. Let's see. I'll take that one for now.
Ow! That was on me the whole time.
It opens up
Oh, does it?
and keeps going back too.
Okay.
Like you can actually come in and stand up.
Okay.
You see?
No, can't see anything.
Watch your head, Fred. Once you're in here, you can stand up. See, it goes all the way back.
Oh, it does too. I'm feeling a bit claustrophobic.
Look at that. This cave honestly just keeps on going. Looks like it opens up to another big cavern down there. Oh, it might be where the water is, maybe?
This is wet.
Yeah, it feels wet, doesn't it?
No, that's it.
Where it ends up.
Oh, to the left?
Oh, there's bats. There's a bat up there.
Oh yeah, I can hear it. Can we head out now? Please?
Yeah. That goes... Oh, that shoots off down underneath under there as well.
Oh yeah.
Not down there though. There's bats everywhere in here.
Yeah, I bet there are. I told you I heard him.
Sorry?
I heard him.
Yeah. The little tackers, you know, those little ones they still fly around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Head around to the other side.
Yep. It's hot.
It's nice and cool under here.
What? Good job. You made it.
Oh, that's bright up there.
Very bright. Your torch is on also.
That was a fun little adventure.
It was.
Yeah.
It really was.
Probably goes back a good couple of 100 metres into there and then just kind of keeps going and going and going.
Yeah,
So,
it was. But it was pretty epic.
yeah, I think that's probably enough exploring through there though.
Yeah.
You got a little bit claustrophobic towards the end,
I did, and the ground sounded hollow, so I
It did.
freaked out a bit.
but it just makes you think, like, the whole Nullarbor is a giant cave system and limestone cave system and everything anyway, but when you see things like that just out in the middle of absolutely nowhere,
Kind of makes you second guess going off-road.
well, you think we drove out here and I think, so we are parked just there, and then the entrance to that cave that keeps coming back is just down there. So we're probably parked smack bang over the top of that.
Yeah, I'd say so. But it does go down, so
It does. But
I don't know.
yeah, we'd be parked straight over the top of that.
Yeah, pretty well.
Anyways, back on the road, off to the next one.
Yep.
Would you recommend, Jess, people do the 10k road out to here to have a little look?
That's a hard one. Yeah, I would. I'd do it again. The road's it's not great, but it's not horrible.
Yeah.
If
you're just coming out here to only look at the caves from up above,
yeah.
it's still cool, but nothing special.
No.
If you're coming out here with the intent of
Going out and under.
going into that little hole and stuff like that,
Yeah, do it.
I'd say worth it. Just make sure you bring a decent torch, because we did not have a decent one. But
No.
anyway, on the road,
Let's do it.
straight back to the car.
Yep.
Well, we pulled into camp tonight. This is Koonalda East Bush Camp. It is 330 k's out from Eucla, and yeah, it's just a big free camp basically.
It is. I mean, look, 330 k's is not a lot, but for us it is.
Yeah, we love to travel slow if you haven't gathered by now. But this place here, it's just a narrow track straight off of the air highway. It's marked by an old rusty 44-gallon drum. You just turn in there, narrow track, few trees and stuff, but then it just opens up into this big, huge open area.
Choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
Tuck in behind
Yep.
bushes and yeah.
And that's about it, really. It's just a pretty cool little free camp.
Yeah, it
Big
is.
free camp. Anyway, Jess is going to have a workout now, I think. And I'm probably just going to sit inside the van and do bugger all. May even fall asleep on the couch because, yeah, we're tired after not a lot of sleep last night. But, yeah, tomorrow we'll get up and do it all again. And we're actually heading out to a station tomorrow.
Yeah.
If it's open. We believe it's open. We think it's open. We're not 100% sure, but we're going to try and get into the station tomorrow.
We'll see.
So, yeah. Anyways, we'll leave you to it. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Bye.
After an early night, morning rolled around quickly, and it was time to lay down some kilometres and head across the famous 90-mile straight, known as the longest straight stretch of road in Australia.
Was that the longest 90 miles you've done?
In a straight line, yeah. 146.6 kilometres of dead straight road. So Australia's longest straight road, all done and done. And it literally finishes with just a tiny little turn to the left, and that's it. So
That's it.
it's a very anticlimactic end, but it's done. And I think from here we're 30 k's outside of Balladonia.
Yeah, around
Maybe
about.
around 30 k's outside of Balladonia. We'll pull in there because there's some pretty cool history and stuff at the roadhouse that's there. So we'll take a little bit of a look at that.
Have some lunch.
Have some lunch.
So I'm hungry.
Aren't you always?
Yes. Rude. But yes.
Just 7 kilometres from the western end of the 90-mile straight is Balladonia, and it's well and truly worth a stop. Inside the roadhouse, there's a small museum with a pretty interesting story. Back in 1979, bits of NASA's Skylab space station actually crashed down here. They've got pieces of the debris on display, along with old photos and newspaper clippings. It's not huge, but it's a great spot to stretch the legs, plus we topped up with diesel while we were there at $2.29 a litre. Finishing up at Balladonia, it was time to hit the road again. This time though, we're going to take a turn off the highway to a spot that's only just reopened after being closed for years.
Curious where we're headed? You'll have to come back for our next and final Nullarbor episode.
After spending some time there, we make our way to Norseman and sit down to chat through everything that you want to know about the crossing. From costs, water, diesel, distances and tips and tricks. Took us 13 days.
299.9 litres.
Things that I would do, wouldn't do, stuff like that.
So if you haven't already, now's the perfect time to hit that subscribe button.
Thanks for watching and we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye for now.